Picture this. You're sitting in a theater, 3 hours and 14 minutes of your life about to vanish into the digital abyss when suddenly you realize, Big Jim has done it again! But wait, before you start cheering, let me ask you something. When someone says a director has done it again, are we talking about lightning striking twice, or are we talking about that friend who keeps telling the same joke at every party? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because Avatar: Fire and Ash just dropped, and honey, we need to talk. So here's the deal with James Cameron's latest blue-tinted fever dream. The man who gave us Titanic and the original Avatar has returned to Pandora with all the subtlety of a flaming monolith of 3D garbage hurled straight at your face. And yes, I just said that, because after sitting through this nearly 200-minute marathon of visual splendor and narrative sludge, I'm feeling a little dramatic myself. Let's start with what this movie actually is, shall we? Avatar: Fire and Ash picks up where The Way of Water left us gasping for air, following Jake Sully and his impossibly blue family as they deal with grief, loss, and the introduction of a new Na'vi clan called the Ash People. These volcanic-dwelling folks are led by Varong, played by Ona Chaplin, and spoiler alert, she's basically the only person in this entire 3-hour odyssey who seems to have gotten the memo that acting involves, actually acting. Now, before I completely roast this thing like a marshmallow over Pandora's volcanic fires, let me give credit where it's due. Visually, this movie is absolutely stunning. Cameron's technical wizardry is still unmatched, and watching Pandora come to life in all its bioluminescent glory is genuinely breathtaking. The man knows how to craft a world, I'll give him that. But here's the thing about pretty pictures. They're like that really attractive person you dated who had absolutely nothing interesting to say. Sure, it's nice to look at, but after 3 hours you start wondering if there's anything actually happening upstairs. And speaking of what's happening upstairs, let's talk about Cameron's horrifically lobotomized grasp of dialogue. I'm not kidding when I say that if you took a shot every time someone in this movie says bro, you'd be in the emergency room before the second act. The perpetually 90s macho speak is still notably goofy and wince-inducing, like listening to your dad try to use Gen Z slang. It's painful, folks. Really, truly painful. But the real kicker? This movie is essentially The Way of Water again. Cameron has quite blatantly just made the same film, nearly beat for beat, all over again. It's like he took the script from the previous movie, ran it through a blue filter, added some fire effects, and called it a day. The action sequences are carbon copies of what we saw 3 years ago, the character arcs follow the exact same trajectory, and the emotional beats land with all the impact of a wet towel. Let's talk about our beloved Sully family, shall we? Jake and Neytiri are still doing their thing, which is basically standing around looking concerned while their kids get into increasingly dangerous situations. Spider continues to be the most one-note character in cinematic history, and don't even get me started on the underdeveloped mess that is the rest of the family dynamic. These characters aren't people, they're plot devices with really expensive motion capture technology. The pacing, oh my sweet Awa, the pacing. This movie moves without progressing, like a treadmill set to the slowest possible speed. You're technically moving, but you're not actually getting anywhere. Cameron seems to think that bigger automatically means better, and longer automatically means more epic. But here's a revolutionary thought, Jim. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes we don't need to see every single blade of digital grass swaying in the Pandoran breeze. And can we talk about the themes for a hot second? This movie wants to be a deep meditation on colonialism, environmentalism, and the cycle of violence. Noble goals, absolutely. But it's hard to take your anti-violence message seriously when you spend 2/3 of your runtime staging exquisitely choreographed obliteration sequences. It's like preaching about the dangers of fast food while simultaneously opening a McDonald's franchise. The one bright spot in this beautiful void is Ona Chaplin's electrifying turn as Varong. She brings a fierceness and complexity to her Fire Queen that makes you wish the entire movie had been about her instead. When she's on screen, you can actually feel the movie come alive. Like someone finally remembered that characters are supposed to have, character. But sadly, even her formidable presence gets overshadowed by the franchise's obsession with the Sully family drama. Here's what really gets me though. This movie cost over $400 million to make. $400 million! That's enough money to fund a small country's space program. And what do we get for it? A gleaming tech miracle wrapped around a hollow soul. It's a billion-dollar beta test that proves all the design capabilities in the world can't conjure a story of meaningful impact. The sheen of newness is officially off, people, but once felt revolutionary now feels routine. Avatar has become more a place to go than a movie to see, like a really expensive theme park ride that you wait 3 hours to experience and then immediately forget about. Cameron's vision has curdled into obligation, and watching Fire and Ash feels less like witnessing cinematic magic and more like slowly asphyxiating for over 3 hours while inhaling premium-grade narrative sludge. Look, I wanted to love this movie, I really did. The original Avatar was a game changer, and The Way of Water, while flawed, still had moments of genuine wonder. But Fire and Ash can barely muster the strength to cover up the uninspired tracks it's been passively following. It's more Avatar than genuine article, if you catch my drift. So should you see it? Well, if you're a die-hard Avatar fan who just wants to spend more time in Pandora regardless of story quality, then sure, knock yourself out. The visuals are undeniably spectacular, and if you can turn your brain off for 3 hours and just let the pretty colors wash over you, you might have a decent time. But if you're looking for compelling characters, innovative storytelling, or anything resembling narrative freshness, you might want to save your money and just re-watch the original. Because at the end of the day, not even Awa herself could resurrect my will to live after inhaling this premium-grade narrative sludge. Big Jim may have done it again, but unfortunately what he's done is prove that sometimes lightning doesn't strike twice. Sometimes it just fizzles out in a shower of expensive sparks and digital ash.